Welcome, everybody, back to the Nuggets of Gold podcast and YouTube channel. So the 49ers are coming off of a win that was very expected against the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, with the inconsistencies of this team this year, this is still very important. You want to get the job done. You saw the 49ers immediately come out of the gate. Now, they didn't score a touchdown on that first drive, but having a 13-minute drive and then a corresponding 3-and-out for the Jacksonville Jaguars is as good as you can start. Overall, this was a very, very dominant performance. You go into halftime up 20-3, come out, score touchdown in the third. You have a 27-3 lead at one point. So this is a team that was absolutely killing the Jaguars. And really, it was about just winning on defense, suffocating them with rushing the football on offense. Deebo Samuel had a great game on the ground. 8 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown. And then through the air, Brandon Ayuk finally got to see a game where he was really emerged in the first half. Overall, throughout the whole game, he had 7 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. But that primarily came in the first half because the Niners just started running the football a lot in the second half. Overall, I thought it was a great game for the defense. Now, something I wouldn't have been I wouldn't have valued it. I don't value this one a ton just because the Jaguars have not been good offensively. Also, they were super banged up. But Bosa had 2 sacks. Arden Key had a sack. Arden Key's been looking a lot better. Him and Eric Armstead have been stepping up a little bit lately, and those are the 2 and 3 guys for who's getting pressure on this team. So Nick Bosa, another dominant performance. He is having an amazing season. This year's going to go down as an elite defensive line season for him. A huge bounce back after the ACL injury last year, so really, really impressive to see how good he's been. We saw Fred Warner flying around a little bit. Actually got to see Ambry Thomas in at the end of the game. Same thing with Diamonor Lenore. Dre Kirkpatrick was cut last week, so both those guys were active. That was awesome to see. But really overall, I think this game was over very quickly. It felt like to me. Let's see, on offense, I mean, a bunch of guys caught passes, but they didn't really push the ball that much. I will say one thing I'd be critical of is Jimmy Garoppolo didn't look great. The previous 3 games, he had looked really good, but he was super inaccurate in the first quarter. Didn't really matter. They were just able to win this game, beat a bad football team. And to me, you just got to go and do that in this one. Now, if Jimmy kind of starts slow like that in other games, like next week against the Vikings or the week after against the Seahawks, you could see the Niners in some trouble. But it was really, really important that, he was able to kind of bounce back after the slow start today. Overall, 16-22, 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. So pretty solid there. But overall, we also got to see another Josh Norman peanut punch that I felt like that was the moment when it was like, all right, this one's gonna be a slaughter fest of a game, and then it kind of just everything happened bad for the Jags after that. I do hope all the guys that went down on the Jaguars are healthy. Never want to see injuries with these guys, and it really felt like they had 10 guys go down today. I don't know what the true number was, but it felt like so many guys were out. Overall, though, got to win. They get the job done. Now, the Niners, I will talk a little bit about their playoff situation now because I wanted to wait. Now, I am going to have an episode on Tuesday with Aiden. We'll talk more in depth about these playoffs. But right now, the Niners are in a spot where they completely control their own destiny. They already beat the Eagles, who are emerging big time. They are really hot. Just beat the Saints. So the Niners are 5-5. The Vikings are 5-5. The Panthers are 5-5. The Saints are 5-5. And the Eagles are 5-6. And then you look down a little bit. I'm recording this before the Seahawks have played, but if the Seahawks were to beat the Cardinals today, they'd be 4-6. Same with the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. So there are a bunch of teams fighting for that 6-7 spot. Not to mention, the Rams have a very, very hard schedule for the rest of the year, and they're only 2 games up of the Niners and many other teams. There's a very good chance that last game of the year for the Niners and the Rams is one that pushes one of these teams out of the playoffs. Really surprising when considering how the Rams have gone all in, but they have an extremely difficult schedule. They have one gimme win against the Jags, but besides that, they're playing really good football teams. So there's a chance that you might see them slip a little bit. And the Niners really, they need to win though, because there's so many teams here. Being 5-5, it kind of looked like, hey, maybe if you go 9-8, you can make it in the playoffs. I think it's going to take 10 wins for all these teams though, just because some of these teams are hot. The Vikings have actually been really good this year, but have completely choked in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, that's also been Vikings football. It feels like forever. But these are teams that they're in it. Like, they're close. The Panthers, I kind of go stock down in the Panthers. They started out really hot, but I don't know how great they can be with their offense there. The Saints, I'll go stock down on them. But the Vikings, the Niners, Washington football team, Heineke has been really, really good. The Eagles look, I think they're the hottest team of like the one that was like way down. And then also the Seahawks. You never know. The Seahawks could make a run. I don't think they're very good this year. However, you have Russell Wilson, and that's the big thing. He didn't look healthy last week. So we'll see a lot about that this week. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a fight. I think it's going to come down to one of the final weeks to figure out who these wildcard teams are for the NFC, but also the AFC is like that as well. So it's going to be a really sweet month of, or month and a half, I guess, of, playoff contention football this December and January. So I'm really looking forward to it. I will talk a lot more later this week about the 49ers playoff chances, about like what do they have to do to beat the Vikings as well. So that's going to be super fun, but it's going to do it for me today. If you guys are not subscribed and want to get some more 49ers content, please do that. And also, if you like the content, of course. But really excited for this Niner team. Not a crazy win or anything, but you get the job done. And now you have 2 huge games the next 2 weeks against the Vikings and then against the Seahawks. So we will see how that turns out. I will be back tomorrow talking about 49ers football. And then on Tuesday, I'll have that episode out about the playoffs. So thank you all for listening. I'll be back talking 49ers football soon.